Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and staying safe and healthy at this time. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about how will you feel after healing the abandonment wound. So, the first thing you will feel after healing the abandonment wound is that you will feel a lot more present. And by present, I mean you will be less in your head, overthinking or over worrying or being anxious about stuff. You will be more in the moment. You will see things around you, you will notice things around you. uh, you will be in this moment. And that is because when you have an abandonment wound, what that does is it makes the person extremely insecure. When you're insecure, and the insecurity is that you feel like, one, you cannot be yourself. Two, there is this subconscious feeling of, what if people don't like me, what if people don't accept me? And then there's a subconscious fear of being rejected for who you are, because that is what the abandonment wound felt like in the beginning. It felt like you were rejected for who you are. And so, what that does is it kind of plays this underlying program in the human mind, and you might not be conscious of this. Some people are, some people are not. But if you're not very conscious of it, every action, every word that you utter kind of comes from this subconscious programming of having this abandonment wound, this wound of separation, or this wound of rejection, of not being accepted for who you are. So every word is censored, every action is censored, every motivation that you have is censored by this abandonment wound. And you might be aware of it or you might not be aware of it, but when you actually start healing it, you will see it more and more in you, how your brain kind of tries to save you from being abandoned again, from being hurt again. And one of the reasons for that is, when it happened when you were a child, you were not able to deal with the negative feelings that you were feeling, and it felt like almost a question of survival at that point. Or even if it didn't feel like a question of survival, it felt really bad and heavy and depressing, and the ego will try to protect you from feeling that way again. So that's the first thing. This underlying programming that you have will completely go away. So what this does is it makes a person feel extremely at ease. You can be present in the moment, you can be yourself. Whatever comes to your mind, you can speak that way. You don't have to think, what will this person think or what will that person think? And when you're extremely present and you're coming from a place of love and compassion, you might say some outlandish things or some really out there things, but they're never going to harm anyone. Even if you get laughed at for the things that you have said, you will not feel bad, because that is something you had to say. That is something that had to be said. And your sense of self will be so strong that it will not matter if everyone laughs on you, because you will feel that I had to say that. So it gives you that level of a confidence, that level of ease to be who you are, because now you don't have this fear of someone leaving you, someone not accepting you, someone making fun of you, ridiculing you, leaving you out, etc. So that is the first thing. The second is also similar. It will help you be yourself in any relation, because people who have abandonment wounds, they operate in two ways. One is either they become people pleasers, so they just become who the other person wants them to become, or the second one is they keep their walls up so high that they don't let anyone come near them. So this is a way of, I reject you before you can reject me. So it is the same abandonment wound. It shows up in a different way, where the person rejects you outright. And why do they do that? Not because they don't like you. They do that because they have a fear that you will reject them if you let them come too close. And also they have so many insecurities around their personality, around different things that they are rejecting about themselves, that they have this really big fear that when I let people in, they ultimately always leave. They leave me. So the core wound is the abandonment wound, which tells this person that something is wrong with me. That's why people keep leaving me. And they keep, like fulfilling the self fulfilling prophecy like that. So yeah, so you will be yourself in any relationship. You will not be a people pleaser, or you will not be a people hater. You will be in the middle, you will be securely attached. Then another thing is you will feel secure and stable. And this is because now you know that even if you're rejected, if you're abandoned, if someone betrays you, you can handle it. You will have the tools in your toolkit to handle another rejection, another betrayal, another abandonment, because now you know you are there for yourself. So this makes you feel secure and stable. You're not so codependent on other people. You will have a healthy amount of interdependence, which is needed because we all are social animals. Yeah, and then the next thing is it will help fix any trust issues that you have. So as I explained in in the other video, trust issues and abandonment issues, they go hand in hand. So once you have healed your abandonment issues, your trust issues will also be fixed with it. So even if you trust a person and they break your trust in some way, you will just understand that, okay, this had to happen. This is a person who broke my trust, and now I'm not going to trust them again. It won't take you back to the story where you are like, I can't trust humans. All humans are bad. All humans lie. All humans leave me, etc. Whatever the abandonment story your brain had created because of your core wounds of abandonment. Then another thing is a lot of people who have abandonment wounds, a lot of times they feel left out because basically they feel left out because they are leaving out parts of their own personality, and so the same gets reflected in the outside world, and they feel like people are like leaving them out, like they are not part of the inner circle. They just feel like they're always on the outside, left out by people. So yeah, so once you have healed your abandonment wound, you will start seeing things as they are. Maybe you will understand that yes, in this group they are leaving me out, but in some other setting actually no one was leaving me out. I was just feeling a bit awkward myself or something like that. So you will not create extra stories around this image where you are always excluded from scenarios. You will just see every situation for what it is. So yeah, in summary, I wanted to say that once you have healed your abandonment wound, you will be able to see things more clearly. You will be in the present moment. You will be secure, safe. You will feel good in your skin because you will feel it's okay to be who I am. I love who I am. I accept who I am. And even if I get abandoned again, which can happen, it doesn't mean that it will never happen. But if I get abandoned again, I know who to go to, because now you have become your safe place. You have become your inner refuge. You have become that place where you are unconditionally accepted, celebrated, adored, loved all the time. So, what happens is when that happens, it really doesn't matter who else abandons you, because now you will never be abandoned. So yeah, that was this video, and I hope it helps you in some way. And as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.